guys, welcome back. I just have to laugh because the amount of times it took me to make that first video was comical. Um, I am not used to being in front of the camera, and also I do really think that chemo brain is a thing because I stop a lot and I have to think and kind of process through what I'm saying. So I'm going to preface this video with there might be some times where you see me pause, or there might be some times where I forget what I'm saying or I lose my train of thought. But I promise I'm okay. It just takes a little bit. But anyways, I was just laughing at the last video I posted. Anyways, I wanted to post an update about some setbacks that I'm sure you guys have seen if you follow me on Facebook. So back in December, I was supposed to have my transplant, and I got sick. So at the beginning of December, I had a week long of appointments that I had to go through for the transplant, and the appointments were from early morning till late afternoon. They lasted all day long. They had to do dental exam, physicals, labs, CT, full body scans, pulmonary lung functions, EKGs, all kinds of things to make sure that my body was healthy enough to go through the transplant. And they had to do a bone marrow biopsy again. And so we went through these series of tests. Well, during that week, I somehow contracted COVID and got really sick. My family, my entire family, Sophie, Brian, Brandon, and my husband Brian, we were all just flu, COVID, pneumonia, all the things, all the upper respiratory things. And so we were all just really, really sick. And we were hoping that I would get better so that I would be able to start my transplant process in December. And after doing all of the testing for it, I contracted pneumonia and ended up in the hospital. So with the pneumonia, they were not able to do my transplant due to risk of infection in my lungs that could cause a major complication if they did proceed with the transplant. So they said, well, we got to wait 4 weeks. And so that transplant date was supposed to be December 23rd. So we had to wait 4 weeks. Well, we got the clearance to go ahead. And so this past week, I had my port put in, and we thought we were ready to go. That night, I had some issues with my port. I went back to the hospital. It was bleeding from my port. You can see I have some bruising up here. I had a lot of pain. I couldn't swallow. There was so much swelling like up in my neck, and it's just me. I always have this cloud over my head and everything always goes wrong. So why not? So I had to go to the hospital and kind of get some scans done and everything ended up being okay, which is great. We figured out the pain was just so bad and I was so swollen, and I can't take any Tylenol or ibuprofen because they need to be able to tell if I spike any fevers, and those are fever reducing medications. So anyways, they ended up giving me something else that ended up working, but I think the pain just got too out of control, and so it caused some complications. But so that was when I got my port put in. I think that was Tuesday of this week, maybe Wednesday. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so the next day I was supposed to go in to get my test dose of the chemo. So what they do is they give you your chemo through your port, and then at different increments after they put it in, so like 15 minutes after, 30 minutes after, an hour and a half after, all of these increments for 8 hours. I was there for 8 hours. They have to draw your blood to see how much chemo your body can handle in order to get the highest dose possible that will not compromise your body or put you in any dangerous situation. And so went in for the test dose this week, and I think that was on Wednesday. And I got a phone call, and then so I was supposed to do that, and then I had a break on Thursday, and then Friday I was supposed to start the high dose chemo based on what my results were, and I was going to do it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then my transplant was February 5th. Well, they called me Thursday night and they said, for some reason, we didn't get the information that we needed from your test dose. The lab, something went wrong with the lab, and they weren't able to collect the information that they needed, and they did not feel that it was safe to proceed with guessing how much I would need, because that would compromise my health or put me in a dangerous situation. So they said, we're going to need you to come back in, but we first have to wait for this to clear out of your system before we give you another test dose. So my next test dose is next Tuesday, which is you know what? I don't even know. I don't even know. It's Tuesday coming up, the 10th, the 12th. I'm gonna have to look because I don't know. Um, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I feel like I'm so jumbled on my days. So it'll be the 4th. So I will get the test dose on the 4th. So then I was like, okay, great, no big deal. Then on the 6th, I would start my high dose chemo and then on the road to my transplant. Well, we had another issue. My sister, who is my donor, um, they have to be able to harvest her stem cells, and in order to do that, they have to provide her a space in the operating room and have to have a physician on call. There was no availability in the OR or a physician available until February 17th. So, with that being said, I do still have my test dose this coming Tuesday on the 4th, February 4th, but then I will not start high dose chemo until February 12th. And then I will take that for 5 days, and then I will have my transplant on the 17th. And then, so that would be day 0 of my transplant. And then on days 3 and 4, I will also get more high dose chemo. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Of course, I was really sad and really upset because I'm an anxious person and I'm tired of waiting. I want to get this show on the road. I am not feeling my best, so I'm just ready to get this over with and move it past me. And so lots of tears, lots of ups and downs. But one good thing is I get to now watch the Super Bowl at home, so I was really excited about that. So I'm just trying to see all the fun things that, or good things that can happen out of it. I'm trying to not focus my energy on the negative, even though it's really hard once you go down some rabbit holes. But I'm just trying to stay as positive as I can. So I will try and post another update when I start the high dose chemo, which would be after February 12th, and let you guys know how that's going and how I'm feeling. And then definitely on transplant day, which is February 17th, be on the lookout because that will be my rebirth day. So hopefully, fingers crossed that it does not get postponed again. So I keep telling myself 3rd time's a charm. So hopefully this goes through and we are all good. So, anyways, thanks again for listening, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I will look forward to posting another video. Bye, guys.